A huge shout out to the overthinkers. An overthinker. He watches the show. To the overthinkers. Shout out to Buffett too.
Keep inspiring the next generation.
Shout out to the overthinkers. Much love.
To my overthinker, ngiphume buyakhula nizinja nikho overthink siyaovachiva.
I've stolen that one. I've stolen it. I Coach Shorty as overthinking siya overachiever. Welcome everybody to the Friday show. We're going to be looking forward to a little bit of the action on the weekend. My name is Mokwena. I am your host, and this is a place where we love South African football, and every now and then we go overseas to see what's happening or can't. The show is very interactive, so if you do want to add your voice to the show, just know that you have to join me live now while I'm on TikTok and press the button at the bottom of your screen that says multi-guest. Click on it, I'll let you in. We have a conversation about whatever it is we're going to be speaking about on the day. Now, I need you guys to tap the screen. I know it's the Friday after payday. But as you get ready, jump in and let's have a conversation about what's going to happen this weekend. On this weekend, we have two matches. I will touch on Orlando Pirates versus Gallants. But then also we're going to look at Sundowns versus Chiefs, which is the bigger fixture, I think, of the weekend of the two. So that is what we're going to be speaking about today. Remember, if you want to jump in, press the multi-guest button on TikTok and I'll let you in and we can have a conversation about whatever it is that we are speaking about. So guys, I've got two matches here. I've got Sundowns Chiefs, where Sundowns number 1 in the log, Kaizer Chiefs number 8 in the log. Sundowns have won 4 of the last 5 games versus Chiefs. There have been no draws and Chiefs has only been able to grab 1. In terms of league form, Sundowns is currently on a 4-win, 1-loss streak. The loss, of course, coming versus TS Galaxy, which was then avenged a couple of weeks later where they beat TS Galaxy 4-1, whereas Kaizer Chiefs comes from a 4-1 beating. From Supersport United. That was the last game that we saw them out, and it's going to be another Pitori versus Kaizer Chiefs Kaizer Chiefs clash. And let's see if somebody can avenge something there. Then, of course, Pirates takes on Marumo Gallants. Marumo Gallants, of course, 15th on the log, whereas the Pirates is number 2. Pirates is also on a 4-win, 1-loss streak. And then, of course, Marumo Gallants has 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. The last time we saw Pirates out with a 2-1 win versus Cape Town City, and they will be looking to chase down Mamelodi Sundowns in this game. So guys, we're going to have some panels open. What I'll do for today, since it's a Friday show, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to let you guys, I'm still going to do panel format, but I will let you speak about whichever match you want to speak about. So whether you want to speak about Pirates, Marumo Gallants, whether you want to come in for Sundowns and Chiefs, let me know and we'll go from there. So feel free to request now, guys. I'm going to create the first panel, and then remember 5 minutes per speaker. If you could please make it 3 minutes and then give me some time to ask you some questions, I think that would be great. Also, guys, supporting, man, how I've got a podcast on MacG's network, so please check out the Banter League, Onside the Banter League, on YouTube. The episode came out today. Please support, guys, on that side. And also, I've got my own preview on my own YouTube channel. If you want to know what I think about what is coming up in these games, you can check it out there on my YouTube channel. Hey, yo, webana. Relaxan. Okay, let me start off with Uvuyo. Uvuyo, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. And how are you?
I'm a long time. We're now singing.
Yeah, I'm going to join you WhatsApp, OT. Sometimes it's catching now, and sometimes I'm busy.
No stress.
OT.
I'm going to start the timer. Which one are you going to jump into, Uvuyo?
Ungahlala ungakhuluma ngecoach efamous emhlabeni eshaya ngama-4-4. Phela ngisakhona ekuhamba. Mangithi ngithela right uvelile uyangishuta. Mangibathe left bayangishuta. So the team is a famous team, yama 4-4.
Oh, so but
So
batting esilungu you are down on all fours.
hey, OT kwenzeka ezinye izinto engingakaze ngazibona angifuni ukutshela amanga because when you look the past 4 games
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates 4-1 and then I lose 1-0 and then
Yeah.
I go to 3-1 I go to 4-1 I go OT this thing is
Niyashaya
crazy
nje,
OT.
niyashaya nje.
Siyashaya. I'm cruising nice OT I'm cruising nice so but I'm hoping for all the best for the preparation for the Champions League because for us it's not about the league it's about the Champions League we are hungry.
Well, what do you think
But
about your team? What do you think about your team coming into this game? In terms of how
tomorrow
they set up now, Jayden Adams, you've got Allen there, Lapapambili, you've got Reynolds, Shalulile, Ribeiro. How do you feel about your team setup?
so far so good spot on because of for the first time OT I want to confirm this I supported Sundowns early 90s but let me tell you I never been a fan of Allen. You know why? I am a former central midfielder myself. Why? A central midfielder is need to give you 2 elements. You'll tell me if I'm lying. I'm stand to be corrected. A central midfielder, if you're attacking midfielder or number 8 or whatever what you call this model football, you need to assist OT. Assist is very important. You need to score according to me.
Okay.
So lezi zinto lezo mongazenzi as attacking midfielder. But these days I am very impressed with Allen. Uyeza lapha ku 30 year ground uya-assista unalo ne-goal. It's something bekangayitholi all along le bengakhona ukuyenza le. But now uyakhona ukuyenza. I'm very very impressed lezi zinto engizibonayo. And now Adam, I see a different Adam than lobo Stellenbosch. More stable, more focused, dedicated, uyayifuna lento. But the question yami is for how long adlala so consistent so unehanga like uyazi mawufika entweni OT ufuna uku-add something i-value so angazi mfethu but there's something ngayo.
Mara ngicela ukubuza, is Jayden Adams the reason why we're seeing better from Alende? Because now ingathi bayamthemba Adams over the other midfielders, so Alende has a little bit more freedom.
Yeah, because of if you check Jayden Adams, ungena kuma good spaces. He can run even without the ball. He missed chances whereby he creates something for the team at different. So we need something different. OT. With Sundowns, you need to add value, like you play different. Yeah, so he's giving us the element different to other players. Angisho ukuthi they are bad. I'm saying, according to me, I'm stand to be corrected. Adams, he can run to the empty spaces. There is one of a sitter header. It's not all midfielders. Unkumbuza bobheka phakathi mfethu. Ama midfielder enza ama follow up. In this modern football, bayapasa and then it's done. Abafuni ku-add and sifuna inamba eboxing. And lento le ayenzayo Adams is something different kule model football esidlalayo OTY. He can steal you out of nowhere because of no one makile. He's running from midfielder who join our strikers. We are adding number, so I think he's doing well.
For the last minute here, I want to ask you, what do you think of the matchup versus the Kaizer Chiefs? And do you think Kaizer Chiefs poses a threat for Sundowns? How do you feel about that?
Not really, OT. Sundowns is going to cruise nice tomorrow. The score is going to be 2-0. There is no hurry. Yes, it's a big game. We are a small team. We are playing with a big team. We will be more motivated because of we are playing with the big giants of South Africa. So we are a small team. We are a 57 fan. So we are very happy where we are. We're going to beat them. Simple. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you, Vuyo. Let me bring in Tyler. Tyler, welcome to the show. How are you?
Yeah, OT, I'm good. OT. How's you and everybody else?
I'm Mane. I can tell you how I feel, Mara. I'll play the sound just now. Tyler, which match do you want to get into, and how are you feeling about that game?
You know, OT, I always go to the Sundowns. That's a big game. I'm sure everybody else in the panel is looking forward to that. that's a big game over the weekend.
Yeah.
As much as Pirates is playing, but yeah, the big game is this one. OT, no, where do I start? I'll start with Jaden Adams. I remember there was a time, even yourself, you were complaining that, no, man, Ribeiro, when he tucks inside, he's not effective, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know why now? It's called the armor. Allende, Mokwena, and Adams.
Yeah.
It's called the armor midfield. OT, the ball starts from the back. They're playing a diamond from the back. Mokwena comes in. Once Mokwena comes in, the ball is played to Murena on the right hand side.
Yeah.
Then the minute Murena moves up, guess what happened? Ulendo Ribeiro comes in. When he comes in, he comes with two players. You know what happened? Now, when you were complaining about Umkulisi is not doing what that boy is doing.
Yeah.
That boy understands that when this one tucks in, Ribeiro, he moves into that space. That's why you always find him in the box. They are playing in patterns when OT. I find it very difficult to understand why football fans like us can identify these patterns, but coaches that are playing against Sundowns, they're struggling. Because you know what they do? That once that ball is tucked into Ribeiro, there's a space open. Modiba is running to that space.
Yep.
All the time. Ribeiro looks up. When he looks up, he looks to the left-hand side. He plays that ball over there. Look at their goals, where they're coming from. The ball plays by Jaden Adams to find Murena on the left-hand side. Because Murena is a lefty. Ulenduka, Shalulile is a lefty. So hence their balls are always being played on the left-hand side. Because the guys on the right hand side, the left-hand side, where Mudiba is. Because Mudiba is comfortable on the ball.
But there's no Mudiba tomorrow.
Yeah, there's no Mudiba tomorrow. But now you've got Reyners that will come into that space. But if you have Mudiba, Reyners will come in and then he becomes a double striker with Shalulile. And then once he becomes a double striker, Jaden Adams is there, or you find Mokwena is there. So there's a pattern when OT how they play, and you can beat them. You know, I think we must also give a thumbs up to the conditioning department in Mamelodi Sundowns. They are doing an excellent job when it comes to that team. Those guys, they are running throughout the 90 minutes. As a result, the opponent, look what they did to Skukune. Skukune was running, and then 80th minute, they were tired. But Sundowns was defending, using the ball, playing the ball around. So
I just want to ask you for this 1 minute. When you look at the Kaizer Chiefs, what midfield can they put together that can fight what we're speaking about now?
I can't wait to see Tabakele versus Mokwena. I can't wait to see that. Okay, you've got Tabakele and OT. If you put Matlow there, Matlow is smarter than Mart. Tabakele, yes, that number 6 role, he's not perfecting it the way we want it, but he's smarter. And you put Matlow, you interchange him with Ulenduka or Mart. You put this boy in because the boy is smart, but he passes heavy passes. He needs to work on his passing. Ulenduka. What's his name?
Right.
That boy. No, not Mato. Why am I forgetting my players now? The one. There's a boy, man. That boy who plays in the midfield when OT. He was playing and calling Black Label. He was scoring there. Zwane. Yeah, you put in Zwane there. And then now you can change him. But Matlo, keep him there with Tabotele because they can interchange with passes. You need people that can run and interchange with passes. Right? And also...
Very quickly. Yeah.
No, I think I'm down on OT with the midfield.
Okay. For time's sake, I'm gonna bring Bongs in. Bongs,
Yes, OT.
we could go down Bongs. A ring mala for tomorrow.
Whatever OT, if there was a way, I would just give Sundowns the 3 points and then just move on.
Over Meleka email, man.
Yes, October 3rd.
One for tomorrow. Okay, but from the Chiefs' perspective, how must Nabi make that team so that they can go and perform versus Sundowns? Who must he pick? How must he structure it? Real thing.
How start a goalkeeping department? I'm not sure Reto start man as a goalkeeper, right?
Okay.
Because all three goalkeepers are very bad. They have been conceding goals. Vuma recently has conceded 4 against Supersport. Now, Baba Sundowns. Sundowns who score 4. And the last game we played against Sundowns, we lost by 4 goals also. 4 goals to nothing. But now, I wonder the defense, are they going to be defending or are they going to join the attack? Then come to the middle field. Are we going to have a middle field battle between the likes of Mokwena and Ribeiro? Because our defense, our middle field, and the back pass a lot. Then comes the creation part. Is Modi going to do the finishing or our strikers going to score the goals? Because lately, what's happened, let's say fella who Lilepo. We don't have another striker besides Lilepo who's been scoring goals.
Okay.
Maurice has come from Supersport and has not even scored at the moment. So I read the goal since Lilepo fella Anta scored the goal so far. And the likes of Bo Modi, they are not taking their chances. Because remember the game against Pirates? He had a clear chance to score before Pirates even won the match.
Yeah.
Pirates has scored a senior chance. So I'm not sure because some of the fans, Mat is not it. Kamuna ke left back, ke right back, they are overlapping and leaving spaces. And that's where we are going to get punished in the left-hand side and the right-hand side.
Bongs, for the last 2 minutes, 2 questions. Number 1, do you think that Nabi is going to change into a left and right back? Are we going to see cross coming in and overlapping? Overlapper, number 1. And then number 2, Rebonno Sundowns is a bit shaky carry cross. And Morris Otswas Kolongsa Kevin Hunt sa finish the cross. Is there maybe a way for us to see balls being played in from there, maybe from a Frostler?
Yeah, from Frostler's side, it can happen, but from cross, it's going to be a problem because that's where our weakness is the most.
Yeah.
Most of our goals have been scored in that side because mostly Rebato built up from the back and it's not working at the moment.
So then, Tabaya Mikel totally.
They have to complement each other because Babedi from the back and they are leaving the center back and there's no one covering up for them. And since Kele and another midfielder, maybe Zwani or Ox, they don't understand each other at the moment. There's no understanding because I've been saying this a lot of times. No, every time center back, a try or cover for left back, the defense has to be, the midfield has to be called in to try and assist the defense. But at the moment, that's not happening. So the struggle is going to be in the center and the left back the most.
For the last minute, Bogs, Mpleleka Sundowns, man, Utabang Kwaku Sundowns.
Sundowns, so just play a free-flowing game. They just destroy you without even trying. Sundowns are just not on our level. They are on another level. They are on another level. They are on another planet. You can't compete with Sundowns. Even if Baga Kenya, a D squad, they are still going to destroy us. Sundowns is an elite team. Whoever comes in is just going to destroy us.
Okay. Bongs, for time, I'm going to bring in Umko. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Oti, how's it?
Got the sound now.
I'm scared, but I'll try deliver.
That's how I'm feeling.
Ke rata the last question that you say when you ask this guy go to Tshaba go Sundowns.
Yeah.
Na ke ba tshaba kaofela, re bana lie. Everyone
Bona
there
uncle
from the
tomorrow.
Let me just say this because I'm a Chiefs fan and I want us to be honest about our team. I honestly don't know how we're going to beat Sundowns on our OT. It used to be a very, very good matchup between us, Kaizer Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns, but lately, over the years, it has become one-sided, and we can all agree that it's very, very bad. You're speaking about Dudley and Miguel Kumurauda. I'm very worried with the way they conduct themselves. It's not about their defending per se. I think they've got the quality to defend. But I actually believe that they lack so many things, man, especially the leadership at the back, because you need to marshal that defense. Especially playing for a big team. We see this with Mamelodi Sundowns. We've seen Kekana. Even go squatting, go bafana. You can tell that this guy actually, when he's at the back there, he's able to, to take charge and make sure that, whoever is around him is aware of what is happening there at the back. You've seen at Liverpool, you've seen the guy from Netherlands. Van Dijk, exactly. So if you are at the back, it doesn't matter if you are a captain or not. Being at the back, it's a very tricky situation because the other team is constantly trying to score. So if you are not communicating, you are not taking charge as two center backs, and you are not communicating amongst each other, you are going to create problems for yourself. So that's why I'm saying I don't see how we can beat Sundowns with the way in which we play, but let's just be hopeful that we're going to come to the party.
Do we give too much freedom to the center backs? Because you've spoken about how sometimes it was a good matchup, and my memory goes to Coach Ntseki, and the way he would go, guys, we're not playing today. We're going to play a back seven. And, we're going to stay in structure. Is Coach Naby's weakness maybe that he trusts these guys a little bit too much? And maybe now you should be going, guys, I saw you guys running around and doing all those things, but now I need to order you to just stand here and stand here and stand here.
Maybe he needs to do that. and for one reason only. When I watched Sundowns play Pirates, within the first 10 minutes, I was watching with Pirates fans, by the way. There were no Sundowns fans. I was watching with Pirates. And within the first, the first 10 minutes, those guys told me that we are not going to win this match. Pirates fans. They said, no, we are not going to win this match. So Sundowns make you realize within the first 10 minutes that, no, we are on to you. And if you are not careful, you are going to get a lot of goals. So you are right. Maybe we need a different strategy. Let's stop pretending like we are that Kaizer Chiefs that used to be the best. Let's just send the 7 to go back and defend, and let us get that one goal and defend the whole match. Maybe that is going to help us. I don't want to see 4 goals tomorrow, honestly. I'm tired of that thing. I am honestly tired of Sundowns beating everyone.
I wanted to ask you for the last minute and a half. I need you to look at Sundowns' midfield and tell me what midfield is Chiefs gonna go with, because hey, we've been chopping and changing there in the middle. How do we line up versus Sundowns for you?
Okay, let's do this. Let's first of all, I would love to see Cele starting, obviously, with the let's call it American experience. Because let's call it American experience, and let's see if it's going to help us in any way tomorrow. And please, man, can Matt be put on the bench for at least this match? Maybe he will come second half, I don't know. But can we start with Cele and make sure that at least Matlo or Uzwane, the thing, what I love about Samgelo Zwane is this thing. You can tell that he's got a quality. There's just the issue of confidence. And I don't know how we can pull that off. Or add that to him to make sure that he's a complete player. I love Samgelo Zwane because he's very comfortable with the ball. So when you play Sundowns, you need to scare them a bit. Don't play like you are scared of them the whole match. No, you're not going to win that match. So make sure that at least you send these quality players that are able to produce something for you and scare them. Then they will be able to at least push back and try and defend you. But if you let them play you, it's gone. So I think Tele and Zwane, for me, would be a good combination for us, especially at the center there.
Okay.
You need to win it in the midfield when it comes to Sundowns.
What time I'm going to jump in. Guys, there in the comments, I've got a question. Guys, in the comments, do you think that Chiefs should just cash out and do what TS Galaxy did in the first game versus Sundowns and just play 7 defenders, basically, and wait for the ball to go? Okay, let me do this. Hey, people are falling off. Or should they go gung-ho? If Chiefs' best thing is that maybe they score, is it a situation where maybe now we have to look at it and say he should go for it? Fistos.
Braf and May, greetings, good afternoon.
How are you, my brother?
Before Secretary, Mr. OT, we need to declare. I wanted to declare it's very important.
Oh.
I'm a friend of Amakos. I'm a friend of Amakos. I'm a friend of Amakos. Bafowethu asibambisane. Sibuya sonke soweto. Sibuya sonke soweto. Mr. OT, let me use these 3 minutes, the remaining one, so that any panel is on. I'll just go straight to the point.
You can have 5. It's okay. Don't worry.
No, I'll go straight to the point.
Okay.
Each Chiefs backline is very questionable.
Yeah.
That's number 1. You've got the guy Dudley. Dudley is a good defender. Make no mistake, he's comfortable on the ball. Okay. But then who do you pair him at the center back? And then you must also consider his speed to Dudley. That's number 1.
Yeah.
You go to the middle field, you have Vucele. I don't know this guy named Motsepe. He's a quality player. He's a good quality player. However, he cannot do it alone. He cannot play the middle field alone because in Sundowns you've got Mokwena that is comfortable on the ball. You've got Adams, he's very comfortable on the ball. You've got Allende, he's very comfortable on the ball. Then you've got Tukele. I1, it's going to be a problem. And then you've got the likes of Abo Blomnya, understand, I'm about American, American babies and American experience.
Yeah.
Uplom, he's very hard. And you must be careful of a red card. Yeah. He can be hard because sometimes they'll be knocking a ball and you'll be trying to break those things. Then there's a possibility of a red card, of which that on its own is a concern. Then you go to this guy, that guy is very good. But now you look, he is being played on the wide side. And in most cases, he gets to the box. And then if he gets to the box, while on the wide side, Sundowns will capitalize on that space. So it's very important with that guy. I don't know. I'm not a Chiefs fan, guys. I need to declare this. I don't know which position suits him well. But from what I saw, he's good in the box and he tries to get those goals in. But now Chiefs udlalela on the far wide side. Sundowns on the other side, the machine is well oiled. Besimsola ukosongo, but that guy is excelling and the players are very doing good and it's a concern. And Tina, as Pirates fan, we are more excited with the Chiefs. I stopele the pass lay Sundowns. But truth must be told, if Pirates is not capable to win all the remaining games, of which it's a concern on its own. If Pirates doesn't mind to throw in a Kunjaksas, these guys. Yeah. They don't mind to throw with them. Sometimes it's a struggle for Pirates to win such number of games. Even the coach, he can say, "Kala manje ukuthi siselele emuva kakhulu ngama games." Exceleleni kwethu kakhulu emuva ngama games. It's a concern because already on its own, it's a pressure ukuthi kosaka win every game. And with football, guys, we need to understand ukuthi we are not at the level of the Sundowns there yet. Yet we are challenging them, but to win 7 games in a row. We did it before, but it's a mission now. It becomes a mission because we need to win games, including the ones that we have to face is Sundowns Gil.
But I want to ask you very quickly 2 questions. Number 1, Chiefs, yes, we're speaking about Kele and those guys. Are they defensively good enough, midfield-wise for defense? And then number 2, what effect does Serino not being on the field have on this game?
Usirino, let me start with Usirino. I don't believe in Usirino because he's a player with emotions. in most cases, he cost you games because of emotions that he puts in the game. As a result, utolama red card. Yes, as Chief supporters, you would want to have Sereno in the game, but at most cases, Sereno cost Chiefs a game. You look at the game, red card. I think the score was 2-1. But because of his emotions, Watole red card and the score went up. So I believe that there was this guy, Okulume Ngozwane. Guys, Uzwane, if you remember Zwane playing in that Black Label team, whatever, that was a wow Zwane. How come that wow Zwane cannot be allowed as exposure within Chiefs, within Chiefs? Uzwane akasiyo lo Zwane lo esambona on that day. So it's a concern ukuthi ku Chiefs nakhona kwenzakalani, but over and above everything, Mr. OT, without wasting time, good luck to Amakhosi. We hope ukuthi kungabi 4. We hope ukuthi if ever ngabe they want to park ibus, abayipake le bus le kubasebenzele. If ever they want to come out ngoDuprezi, let them come out ngoDuprezi.
Okay. All I got from that was
Kasongo ye. Mombari nanga. Kasongo mbona wewe.
Agent, my brother, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, shalom, my brother.
Don't try to trick me. I know that I only listen to you on match day. Don't hey.
Yeah, you know, if today you play, Sundowns was going to lose. If Sundowns was playing today, Sundowns was going to lose. Unfortunately for you guys, they should have postponed this game to today, man. But
tell me about this game.
On Chiefs, eh? Are we focusing on Chiefs?
I
think for me, I think obviously, pick and choose when it comes to your keepers, eh? But for me, obviously Frosla that side, and then I'll play Inacio. I'll play what is his name again? Msimango. I would play
Msimango. Okay.
Msimango Dodley. I will be playing a back three, so that I can have cross that side.
Okay.
That's my approach, so that's 5, right? And then in the midfield, and this is where it starts to become controversial. I would rather have Omar there, and I'd have Umthetwa. I don't know how fit Umthetwa is, but I'd love to have Umthetwa there, and then Oblong.
Okay.
I have Oblong there. And then on the wing, Ulilepo, and then on the other wing is Modi. And then this is where again I become controversial. I won't start Morris. I would start Oranga.
I'm looking at the comments now.
Okay, if Mthetwa is not available, then I think Blom. I would put Blom there. Here's the thing with Umoris. You're not gonna get too many balls into the in the box, right? And Sundowns love mobile strikers, but if you play Oranga, someone who's gonna bully Grant specifically, you have a chance, right? And then if you need to pin Umodi and Ulilep on the 2 fullbacks so that they don't attack you, you must pin them, and then Omar, and to address Omar specifically is this. Omar is not technically gifted. He won't give you passes. He won't give you anything, but he's busy. And tomorrow you're going to need a busy someone. Someone who's going to be all over the field, someone who's going to be all over, just to cover the spaces. Because Sundowns' most dangerous thing is the spaces. So you need to make sure you kill the space. And the only person who has the engine, who has the hard work, is Omar. I don't want him to be passing. I don't want him, even if he can hide, as long as he can just be there. That's what I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agent, okay, can I ask you, back three Ranga, how important does Sereno's absence become in this game, number one? And then number two, do you think that defensively, even with that back three, Do you think that defensively, the two midfielders that you've put in there would work? And then creatively, where's the creativity going to come from? Or is it just the
No.
damage limitation game?
So here's the thing. If I'm the coach, right, for me, the most important thing is this, that I don't want Sundowns to score within the first 60 minutes. If you get to 60 minutes and Sundowns hasn't scored, you're in the game, you know, because it's going to panic, and that's when you're going to utilize, that's when you bring your flashy players, Botrele and Bomorisi, you know, those kind of players. That's when you bring them. That's the only time you bring them, you know. So contain. You'll have a chance against Sundowns, for sure. You'll have a chance. That one I'm sure of. You'll have a chance against Sundowns, for sure. You know, is how do you utilize it? And can you, when you score that chance, are you 4-1 down or are you 4-0 down? Yeah.
Very quickly, will Nebi's ego come into this?
No. I think here's the thing. It goes two ways. It's either it's going to be over-prepared or it's going to be prepared. One of the two ways, you know.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that he's going to be over-prepared, you know. And if he can play the way he played against Pirates, just sit back, you'll get your chance. And even if you get a 0-0, it's still fine. But again, the mistake that can happen is Chiefs to concede within the first 30 minutes. If Chiefs concede the first 30 minutes, the floodgates will open. That's the only problem, you know. So yeah, good luck to you guys. You're going to need all the luck in the world.
Hey, it's selling us down the river. Then let me go to Gabonga.
Oti, my brother, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, thanks to you, my brother.
I'm also good, Oti. It's been a long time
what are
to
you
speak
feeling?
about this.
What are you feeling?
Mixed emotions, Oti.
Yeah.
I've mixed emotions about this game, and we are under siege. We have to be honest. We are under siege.
Okay.
But we have to come up with a plan.
Yeah.
We don't have to play smart in that game, but we need to make sure that we contain the ball very well. When we have the ball, we need to make sure that we utilize it very well, because we will not have much of the ball position. We need to make sure that we rotate the ball very well when we have it. Then after that, we create those goal scoring opportunities. We don't have to play smart. We just have to make sure that I would say we apply a mid block that has a little bit of a counter press that have crosses into the box, and then try to create goal scoring opportunities. Because one thing that I observed about this Sundowns team is that Sundowns, I think if Modiba is not available tomorrow, they will play Lebusa. Lebusa will sit back, black. That means Murena will overlap. That means the space will open. Will be in his side, the left hand side, if I'm not mistaken. So that is the exact space that we need to utilize as Kaizer Chiefs. If Lebusa is available, or if Lebusa overlaps and applies the system of overlapping the left hand side, because that's one space they overlap the left hand side, and then they switch the ball into the midfielder pushes the ball into Ribeiro, and then what Sundowns does, they give Ribeiro and Murena a space to roam around, and make sure that they give them a space to roam around in 1v1 situation and create the goal scoring opportunity. So what I want us to do is to apply a simple 4-4-2 that we applied against the Pirates. Let's not play smart, but let's play a pressing traps. We mark, we allow Sundowns play the ball, the best football they want to play, and then we play the pressing trap. Those spaces Murena leaves, play the ball. You don't have to rotate 25 passes. Play the ball there into the space. We run in that space. There must be someone in the box to cross the ball into the box. They are not good aerially. You cross the ball into the box. You head it. Maybe they are good aerially. You cross the ball into the box. You score the goal. You remain disciplined again. You allowed them to play the ball. The exact same thing that Supersport did to us. They allowed us to play the ball. When the moments arise into the game, they take the ball and play 1-2-1-2, the cross, play the ball into the box, you score the goal. Simple football.
But
You don't have to play.
But then tell
the
me about
best
this
football.
4-4-2. Who's going to be in the 4-4-2?
Firstly, we have to understand first the players that are available and the players that are not available. Players like Cabo Serino are not available, and players like Abo Cross, they are not in their best.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much the confidence is. Abo Siso made Coach Lyle Zug. I'm not sure how much they give the Abo Cross, Abo Happy Mashian. So it will be good for us. I think this is the one tactic I think the coach will do in that game is to give Ublom a right back and make Ufrosla a left back. These are the possibilities. I'm not saying it's one thing that will happen. Ufrosla will play a left back, Ulendoga, Ublom, they will play a right back. A right back.
Very quickly, yeah.
It defense, as a change as on it defense. Then there will be a discussion as corner because no Lentoka no Zwane zobebuyile. Then Zwane might start and Cele is obviously gonna start. It will depend on the type of game coach will try to exploit. If you want to play counter pressing football, he will start with Umart. But if you want to play a game where he wants to manage the press and make sure that he rotates the ball and has the ball, he will start with Uzwan. If he wants to play a counter pressing football, if he wants to play a counter press, he will start with Umart. When he wants to play a football, he will maintain the game and make sure that he has a maximum ball position in moments that he will start with Uzwane. So I think it will be Uzwane and Matro, or Uzwane and Umart. Between the uzoba khona in both situations. It's Cele, Umart, or Cele and Zwane. It depends, but Umatro will start in that game.
And then Pambili, very quickly, Pambili.
It will be Morris, Morris. According to coach, it will be Morris, Modi, Lilepo. It will be simply the front three will never change because the coaches don't want to overchange and disturb his system. That's my overview.
Let me bring in Austin Tabi. Austin Tabi.
I'm Georgie.
You go bona o tshega go commenting Austin Tabi.
What's ke bua ke tena ke kena le mona ha ke na mantswe tjhe against bapala le Noa le Moruti ka nnete rona re sena nix ke a dumela Moruti tla rapela Noa tla etsa mosebetsi tla o tla 4 and plus rona ka mo ha rena goalkeeper ne ke nana hore re loka di mathipa zeze because it's like ke ena fela e batho ba sa kgoneng ho kena ho yena gore ke stress fela gore abtoti ho kuningi
mara o stress wa ke eng ka bana rona re ko number 8 a re di kene tse ding
mutla go jwetsa ntho tse stressang ha re na goalkeeper Noa ke ena e busy Moruti ke ena ba buti ba Sundowns ba tlamme mona diphakeng ka re ba tlentweng ya Mazulu ka mona ho tswa di sticks tsa di menches go go ukusisa ha batla rona batho ba phelang ka Jesu e re phelang American wa understand hore na ke stress wa keng.
Okay, Azisa, okay. Kupa then zame ke. Kupon zame unkrele something mane e positive nyana man.
What ke tried ha ke itse ke a sheba ka re modimo a bona ha rena keeper first of all. Ke yona ntho e tlo register. Secondly, Noa ke ka mona batho bana batla ba hlapile ka stay pisela so twinkisa dipere batla ho bomang bo obrigado bana ba diphudyana tse welang ba banyane batlo ba hatella awa guys awa rutleleng bohloko ha ona tabena go ntso thwe re tshepile tshitsi ilwanele lefatshe he e re tloeleng ha rena lutho na ibile ke batla o tswa usane after game from now on ha ke batle nix
mara re ka wina Austin Tabi.
Abdoti nabi what ba first game ya rona le Sundowns una ikemiseditse ne? Ke ha e ba mefereferenyana ho tsamaya fela ho ba le dintho tse sa tsibisahaleng ha ke nahane ho tlo ikemisetsa because o a tseba le ha ka ikemisetsa ho tla bona le plus referee ile brown and ko ho anabi hana tshepo mo hana yona le nna ke na yona I don't want to lie.
Asitabi. Di tlogele go rapela le lona ge le faseng le lona le fase
ngwana ke eno a latile mosadi a le go a moruta American o ipone ka re ke la American e se la American ke ena re bolaya wa bona no ke ba lwana le ba itse ha ba le ba fihla bana ba lwana le bana ba tsentsho ba okwa go ena bana ba tla ka muthi bana ba fafatsa metsi ya ba di a lwantshana rona re na le nix ya lwana nix a re na nix re na le matsogo fela re tlogeleng.
Okay, Asitabi. Hi. O tsore ke tla go bona ka 6 ge.
Abdoti le no tjena ntse ke re le hanka ka go mellwa ha ke tsebe ho thwe ke bo trust ha o ba nwele ke a bona ha o tsowe hanka ha fihla ye nngwe until o sa no to game fedile be le gona ke phapha.
Rona ba bang re sa tlo sheba Pirates after.
Ya Pirates ona nka nna ka tswa ka ba right la ka ba nwesa di grand parts 10 at the same time go mpe ke tswe ke shebelle game it's fine.
Okay, Asitabi wena re latele di kandlele ka mo e re ke kenye Nick.
Tangulile o tla ba tshwere mollo Abdoti le ke ka se ke se light o kwa mo bana le ntwe ngwe le ngwe batho ba there is nothing e tlo sebetsa ge Sundowns to bo.
Okay, Asitabi. Nick, welcome to the show. Nick.
Thank you, brother. How's it?
Hey, I don't know.
Hey, how's it?
I don't know. We are less than 24 hours away, and I don't know how to feel.
Nervous, bruh, nervous. I don't want to lie to you. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any way that we can play to match against Sundowns, but I cannot find. So there's this beast called Ribeiro. I don't know on our left back who should we introduce maybe to face him. But yeah, sizobona kusasa ukuthi kuyenze kanjani, bra.
Can I put down a random name for left back?
Please.
I think this is the Quinica game.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. But what I can say, if maybe they can introduce Solomon on the right back, I think that guy is very good. He gives us transition going forward, and he's very good at tracking back to defend as well. I think if Solomon can start on the right hand side, and then I don't want to see cross anywhere around that pitch. If Mashiane can start on the left hand side, I will be more than happy. And then there are two occasions that I can mention about Miguel failing to tackle somebody. So there is a time whereby you cross ends a blunder whereby Miguel should have covered, but Leandro Daye Hambela Yoto shine it against Supersport. So I don't think Miguel will do us something there as well. So if ever they can play maybe Udodli and Simango on the center back, so I'll be more than happy with that as well.
So then tell me, going forward, what do you have going forward? Do you think that this is a game to go forward? Do you think that you can counter? What is your plan to steal a goal, maybe?
I think playing a counter football can help us a lot. At least we've got people that are capable of doing that. Like in the middle, I would say if ever they can play mad, maybe with Tele, or maybe they can introduce Blom maybe to help them to mark. But if can have those three. So the only person that I can see playing very good on the counter-attack football is maybe Lilepo and Pulemodi. Those people can give you something because they've got speed and they can eliminate going forward as well. And also if Umoris can be so good to just stay on the box, kick anything that's come in front of him to make a goal, I'll be happy with that.
Okay. Let me bring in. Actually, before I let you go, Nick, tell me a little bit about Sundowns. What makes Sundowns so good?
Yeah, Sundowns, they are very good on ball possession first. Those people, they can circulate Ebola with no fear. So that's what makes them so good. And also they've got a very good striker like with Stellenbosch. That guy is very good.
Sorry.
Not
Yeah, Reina. Sorry.
Reynas, yes. Reynas can give them something. He's very good. He's got speed and also he's got technique. He does not miss. So what I can tell you, Chiefs, they are very good. They can create chances. It's just that at the moment, no one that you can trust with any chance that comes inside that box, he can bury it. So that's the problem.
Hey, no. Nick, thank you so much. Let me bring in Pilani. Pilani, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, Otsi, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly, my brother. Hey, tell me about this game, man.
Right. First things first, I'm a Pirates fan. So I didn't come here with any form of animosity of any sort. But no. But with the Sundowns and Sekhukhune game, kahle being funu kuminya yabo. You understand? But then there's something that was very striking with that game that I really saw, and I don't think that anyone actually picked up as to what was Sundowns really doing structurally, because I'm looking at Sundowns from a systematic point of view, and the system that Sundowns is employing, especially in possession, is pretty much almost the same one that Vincent Kompany is employing at Bayern Munich. So when you look at Sundowns in possession, they use an inverted 4-4-2. So an inverted 4-4-2, it's basically like 4 strikers, 4 midfielders, and 2 defenders. So when they go up like in possession, they are able to like circulate the ball, especially going to like the far, especially going in from midfield with Walen and Noribero, and then going far wide either to Modiba and then in the Sekhukhune game, I forgot who they passed it back to. I think it was Jordaan Adams. Adams then crossed to Mokwena, who scored the goal. Moren, I mean. So they're able to circulate the ball that way. So, coming into this game, if our Chiefs, and the team that pretty much like unlocked Sundowns was the TX Galaxy, because TX Galaxy used a back 5.
Yeah.
So with that inverted 4-4-2 system, if our Chiefs, I would use a 5-3-2 and hit them on the counter.
Okay. So then who would be in the 5? Who would be in the 3? Who would be in the 2?
I can't go to like I'm not really like very invested within the Chiefs squad, but then with regards to like the front two. You need 2 very fast players, 2 very, very quick players that are able to like break in, because Sundowns' main weakness also is the defense.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's like my like point of view. This Sundowns playing a shower as well. It's just that a lot of people haven't necessarily like cracked it yet.
So I'm trying to think here. So you see the way that Sundowns plays the ball. A couple of teams have done a 5-2-3 in the terms of TS Galaxy. Other teams that have done well have basically sat back in the low block. Do you think that is part of how you start beating Mamelodi Sundowns? Maybe sacrificing a lot of your attacking players for more structure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because with the 5-3-2, what TX Galaxy did in that match was that they were very disciplined. Like they were very disciplined. They were very disciplined in the sense of they did not push up as much.
Huh?
They did not push up as much, and then once they started to break up, they passed from defense to the midfield, and then they connected with the front 3 with Usibelebele and Nosashmovic.
Yeah.
And I forgot the other third player.
Let's one.
Yes.
Okay.
So in that case, I would use a 5-3-2, like a very very structured 5-3-2.
Okay. No, Pilani, for time's sake, I'm going to jump in. I just want to use this time, guys, to just say, before we go into the next panel, sure. I think what's interesting about this Kaizer Chiefs team is that they've got a lot of players, but I think we don't have enough players that can do what we need to do versus Mamelodi Sundowns. So I've often spoken about the front of Kaizer Chiefs, the front three being a hard-working front three. They run, they do all that stuff. Mara, if they don't have a director, they're not effective enough. You know, Modi is not very good as an out-and-out winger, but there's not enough space to bring him inside. The confusing factor is missing out Sereno, because now you've got Kele, who's going to be maybe like a deep-lying playmaker, if we call him that, the register. But then, if you don't have anybody for him to give the ball to, what happens to that link? And maybe this is where we get a little bit, this is where we get a little bit creative. And maybe you do what Jose did and push Tshwane into the 10 because he looked to love that place and he looked to direct a little bit. My worry with the Chiefs is going to be the defense. As always, the defense. Because the two left and right backs are not disciplined enough, are not fit enough to do the up and downs. They're not disciplined enough to do the up and downs. And when they go, it's very hard for them to come back. And because you don't have two defensive players when Umtetwa is not there, those two also find themselves chasing the ball. And if you remember the 5-1, a lot of what Sundowns was doing was just running straight at defense. Our center backs follow the ball, and then they open up the spaces. And I think that's what I'm a little bit scared of, because we don't have anybody there who can just sit down and say, guys, look out for that one, look out for that one. It doesn't seem like those guys communicate. And that's where Sundowns kills us. When you look at what TS Galaxy was doing, very, very disciplined. 5 at the back, we sit back, 2 just in front in order to just, again, eliminate the fires just in front. And then the others just stayed in structure to make Sundowns go wide. Then you have the 3 up front who are there to counter when you have the ball. I don't know at Chiefs who can do it. And the reason why I said it might be a game for Kwinika to come in is because Ukwinika would be very much like Editlokwe in terms of they don't want to go forward. They're not players that want to venture forward and want to do complicated things. So at the very least, with him there, it would be a back 3 most of the time. That was the strength of Uditlokwe, was that Uditlokwe wasn't leaving the position, which meant that because he's not leaving the position, the 2 center backs are staying central. So you need people who are going to, at this point, force everybody to stay. But in any case, let me move on to the next panel, guys. Feel free to request. Butali, I don't know what happened, but request again, and let's see if I can let you in. It didn't want to let you in fully, so you can request Butali, and I'll bring you in. Let me go to Ukhoshi. Khoshi, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good, and you say, how are you?
I'm good. My brother, you've got 5 minutes. Tell me what you think of the game tomorrow.
Very difficult game. Very. It needs very tactical coaches, especially when I look at Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs can beat Sundowns. Chiefs can beat Sundowns easily. But the only way for Chiefs to beat Sundowns, they don't have to allow Sundowns to score first.
Okay.
Because if Sundowns score first, then it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. But the only way for Chiefs to beat Sundowns, they have to score maybe before 15 minutes. They must make sure that they score a goal. Maybe they can sit back. Maybe push it maybe until to the second half and come up with another game. Until Sundowns score first, then Chiefs they have to open up.
Yeah.
They have to open the game. And to open the game when playing against Sundowns, they've got men, they've got everything. The quality of players, even their bench can come in and do whatever can happen. So the only way for Chiefs to win this game is to score first, maybe 15 minutes, starting the game, maybe it's a 4-1 goal and stay back. I think that can work for them. But to go pound to pound with Sundowns for the whole game, it's gonna be a hell of them. I don't see them managing it.
Do you know what I'm afraid of, Khoshi? If Chiefs pushes to try get a goal in the first 15 minutes, the way that Chiefs attacks and the way the Chiefs scores is that they bring a lot of players into the attack. Isn't that going to be a weakness? Isn't that going to be where they'll make themselves weak, and maybe that's where they're going to concede goals?
Yeah, for them to attack, I think it can work for them to attack as early as possible rather than attack on the later stage. Yeah, it can work for them when they attack early so that they can manage the game throughout to the second half. But if they fail to score on the first half, then maybe they keep 0-0 until the second half. Sundowns might come up with another plan. When I look at the Sundowns bench and I look at the Chiefs bench doesn't convince.
Yeah.
Doesn't convince when you come up with a second plan or a B plan.
Yeah.
Sundowns B plan can still work. They can still bring player like Sales and push Ribeiro to the side and bring Sales in, play as number 10. And then Ribeiro will go as a winner.
I just want to ask you for this last minute here. When you look at Mamelodi Sundowns, obviously they're the favorites coming into this game. How should they approach this game? Because sometimes overconfidence can also kill you.
Yeah, overconfidence can kill you. What I like about Sundowns coach Katuso, other teams, and he respects each and every coach and each and every team. Each and every game, he makes sure that he bring a game. He doesn't take chances. So he's gonna come up with a very, very solid plan tomorrow. And what I know, they wanna score maybe 2 or 3 goals in a space of 30 minutes. If they can score 3 or 2 goals in a space of 30 minutes, then Chiefs will not gonna come back. And that's what Sundowns always do. They want to make sure that before the end of the first half, they score at least minimum of 2 goals. So that when they come back for the second half, they do some changes and bring another difficult attack in which they force you to stay back. They don't want you to come to them. They force you to stay back.
Okay, for time, I'm going to jump in. Let me bring in Kapani. Please, welcome.
Grand Pit.
Mangimnandi, ngisho kahle.
Yeah, ngicabhani.
Okay. No, Prime ngitshele ukuthi ubonani kule game yakusasa.
Well, I think bangawina if bayazimisela, because I think we always employ ama tactics that do not suit the game esube sinayo ne-Sundowns. Because our bantu when they beat us, it's always the same mistakes. It's like I'm watching the same game over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Because it's always the issue of second balls. Kaizer Chiefs do not pass for second balls, and Sundowns is very good at that.
Yeah.
And also another thing, it is them not being clinical enough, because it's not like Chiefs do not get chances when they play Sundowns. They do get chances. You just have to be clinical, and you have to shock them in terms of your conversion rate.
Yeah.
Because we can be able to make Sundowns shake. Because I think the last time Kaizer Chiefs were competitive against Sundowns, where they matched them pound for pound. It was their game there where Stuart Baxter drew 2-2 with them. That was the last game where we matched them in everything, because I remember we even came from 2 goals down. I don't know. When Billy had scored and the other guys. And Stuart Baxter was certain after the match, if we continue to play like this, we are going to get better. I remember I was watching his interview. So it is always a matter of our second balls, because if you remember when we were playing them, we lost 4-0. I think it was there at Lucas when Quiniko and Ngezana had blunders lapha. It was there, ngama second balls, and no one tracking there in the midfield, because it is hardly ever ubona Motaung excelling when they are playing Kaizer Chiefs, going up on the and the other guy on the left back going up to. It's always there in the middle, which they're gonna play on the side and then trying to bring the ball in. And now it leaves our defenders exposed. Sibe ngathi thina sibona labantu laba as if they are weak. Can't know. The person who's supposed to be marshalling and protecting the defense is not doing his job. So now Miguel has to come in and try to make tackles. Udotle has to try in and make tackles. The last goal we conceded, was it the first goal? When they launched the ball and then Udotle tried to bring it back in. And Uribel put it down and gave it to that boy, and then it was an easy goal. It always goes like that we consider against them. And another factor that affected Kaizer Chiefs so much, it is the timing of Amagoli Sundowns. Sometimes it's going to score a game or maybe 5 minutes before halftime, just when the concentration has went down of the Kaizer Chiefs, because now they're thinking, let's go to the dressing room and hear what the coach has to say, and then we concede. MTN 8, Shalulile scores first minute. Okay,
First
fine.
minute.
Just when we think we're going to half time, another counter attack. Sfiso Hlanti is sleeping at the back there. Ribero whips in the ball, and also who's this boy? Frosler doesn't close in enough to block the ball, and Hlanti Wivila there at the back. So it's like I'm always watching the same thing. What's it? Second balls, the timing, but they're always good at that. In that respect, it has to be there. It has to be there, but not too much.
No, finish what you're saying. There's a question I want to ask you.
Okay. In that respect, it has to be there, but not so much, because now, if you respect them too much, kuzoba ne issue yokuthi manje they are going to play on your heads, because la bantu laba are very good kuma mind games.
I wanted to ask you, is it maybe time for Nebi to try some radical things? Maybe let's see Dotley in this, Miguel in the 6. Maybe have Dotley and Msimangwe at the back with Miguel in the 6. How do you feel about those type of answers? Because I don't think we have midfielders that can cover the way that we need to cover, especially in that central area.
Well, with Miguel, that position would suit him. The issue would be his attitude and the timing of my fouls and the type of fouls he commits. He commits silly fouls, and when you play in that position, you have to be someone who's also going to be, do not show emotion whenever you make a tackle. And he's always there trying to fight my referees and all of that. You see? Sorry.
No stress.
Yeah, so it is.
Okay.
I know he can play that position. I know. It's just that he's always going to try and grab someone by his shirt, although they still cover at the back, and that is going to get a card. And now you're going to get some unnecessary bookings against Sundowns. But honestly speaking, I believe if we shake them, we can get something out of them. And us shaking them means not allowing them to execute their plan as much as they want to. Because now when Uribero is frustrated, something is going to go on and go right. When the coach is scared his best players are not doing or executing the plan he has, he's going to make some changes. And when he makes changes, not as Kaizer Chiefs, we're going to try and show. Because you remember the game where we lost, where Abu Castillo were fighting, coming in the box late and all of that. They knew something might come up, as much as as they are crippled or whatever. And with their goalkeeper, we are
last one very quickly.
If we are clinical up front, a chance we get to convert, then we are good.
Okay. Now for time, I need to jump in. Let me bring in Stellenbosch Stylist. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, and you, bro?
Mangimnandi. Stella, tell me about this game. How do you feel about Sundowns versus Chiefs tomorrow?
Mina ngijabulile like God man like mina le game lena ngibona like i-Sundowns izodominate kakhulu ngoba mawungabheka kulama previous game lawa i-Sundowns iwadlalile. It's like ngibona ngathi i-Sundowns inaso leso style leso sokuthi ine-style sokuthi ikwazi ukuya phambili and iyakwazi ukuthi ama-player ukuthi kumele badlale kuphi ngesikhathi esiso. When it comes to ama-changes nakhona iyakwazi ukwenza ama-changes ne-combination inayo i-combination. If bafuna ukora amagoli afast bekumele badlalise lo nalo. Manje inkinga ye-Chiefs ukuthi abanayo i-combination and ne-scheme sakhona sihlezi si-change abanayo abana combination kahle ba-confused kahle ukuthi bekumele badlale bani or bani and plus ungabi naye I think it's not ready ukuthi abe coach Kaizer Chiefs. Akabi nawo lama player la ukuthi angathemba ukuthi lo uzodlala kuphi ngoba mina ngifila ngathi i-Chiefs like mayingaza ne-combination ekahle njenge Sundowns nokuthi ithenga ama-player ebona ukuthi le player leli lizofitha or maybe like ufana njenge Sundowns phela i-Sundowns mangabe just for example angithi umntawu bekalimele manje balethe someone azomreplace bazi ukuthi if uyalimala bazofaka lo na u-goalkeeper as like uWilliams akekho bafake uDennis Onyango. Mina ngifila ngathi like i-Chiefs ne idinga like a good combination ukuthi engashaya i-team ifana njenge Sundowns and then you don't just beat Sundowns ne it's not a team that you can beat just easily. You have to come with a plan to beat Sundowns.
Mara mina ngicela ukubuza as we're speaking about that I want to know is it that i-squad se-Chiefs is so bad or is there a coach that would come in and make something work ngalabantu?
Mina ne into engayisho ne kahle ne i-problem engibonile ne ama-player I think it's abo coach bonke bahluleka ukuza ne-combination e-grand for ama-player. I-Chiefs ne Chiefs has good players. The problem is the coaches. Bahluleka ukuthi bahlanganise combination ekanje ngoba every game i-Chiefs ihlezi uthola ukuthi this week ukudlala le squad lesi next week ilesiya maceda lesiya manje they have to keep kumele bakhiphe lento le ukuthi bahlale ne team e1 ukuze bakwazi ukubona ukuthi bayapi ngoba bona bahlezi babuyele move hayi ukuthi bahlezi baphambili bahlezi babuyele move. Into engayisho le ukuthi Chiefs has to come up with a good formation and strategy kuze bazokwazi uku-achieve amagoli wabo.
Oh, thank you Stella. Let me go to Butlali finally.
Hey Munai man. Yes.
Finally, are you gonna speak something else? No. Tell me about this game.
My TikTok is already suffering the pain it's gonna feel tomorrow. It's pain in advance. it's that azeling.
It can't be pain. Surely there's a chance.
OT. The thing that Sundowns has been doing all season, OT, is that at the back, OT, they play with two defenders. Their backline is two, which Nabi is trying to do, which I thought was weird in the last game. He tried to play with two center backs, and it clearly didn't work because the reason Sundowns are able to do it is because firstly quality. They have a great quality of player individually, and they are exceptional at keeping the ball, right? And it's gonna be very hard. That's why I think we should Kaizer Chiefs should come approach the game trying to attack those spaces, and I don't know how, but try to put pressure on both center backs. If you're gonna have one outlet, if the whole team's gonna sit back, then you have two pressing those two center backs, because Lucas Suarez in the air, he doesn't look very dominant in the air.
Yeah.
Or when you get physical with him, he doesn't look very dominant when you get physical with him. So maybe try something new and play Lilepo up front and instruct Uchivas to get physical. Or if you're not gonna do that, then play Uchivas no Utupris as a front two for Chivas to not come back, but for him and Dupris to work off each other.
Yeah.
And Chivas gets physical, and then Dupris just waits for those counter attacks, because I dare Nabi to come into this game thinking we can go pound for pound with Sundowns. I dare him. Oti.
But can I ask you, how much of this is coaching? Because we are seeing the players do the same thing every week. Do you think that this is just Nabi being stubborn with his system, or is it the players not executing?
It's clearly coaching. We have to remember, these are professional players, right? To get to this level of football, you have to have a certain amount of tactical awareness and tactical intelligence.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, some players might have it more, but there has to be a foundation of tactical awareness. Now, if something is happening and maybe you are moving out of position once in a while, just once, then maybe it might be an individual error. But if you are doing it game upon game upon game upon game as a professional team, that means it's a coaching instruction. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
If the same thing is happening game over game over game, this is not amateur. That means it's a coaching instruction. So that must change. The fact that even after 2 goals at Supersport, Cross kept going up.
Yeah.
Kept going up. That's a coaching instruction. Cross is a professional player. He knows what to do. OT. So I think we should come into this game looking for those sitting back, but not sitting back in a normal way. Kind of not letting them be comfortable on the ball, because if they are comfortable on the ball, they eventually find a way to break through that low block. So that's what I'm saying. Sit back and then look for those counter attacks, because you can't go pound for pound with these. They will kill you because we know Sundowns likes killing people just for one reason. OT. For one reason. OT.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see what I did there, for one reason. Yeah, but let's just come and play on the counter attack. Let's just release Ashley. I don't know how fit he is, but it's gonna be a very hard game, because whatever you do with Sundowns, there's something else they can do. If you wanna sit back and give them time of the ball, we know what Sundowns can do with time on the ball, right? And then if you're gonna go pound to pound with them, they're gonna kill you behind the spaces. And if you're gonna go do what you did against Supersport, they just have to play Ribeiro one ball. It's a simple 1-2 with Muren, and then they are in, right? Just like what Umaboe and Ukapani Lungu did with to us. So if Nabi comes out and does that for 90 minutes, I see 6. But if you sit back, we might have a slight chance, maybe a 5% chance, and that I'm being generous. We will lose this game, but yeah.
For time, I'm gonna have to jump in. Thank you so much, Butlale. Let me bring in Mahlaule. Welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, man. Tell me about this game, man. Hey, it sounds like everybody's just predicting Chiefs to be blown away.
They are panicking, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But to tell you the truth, I know one thing that Sundowns going to do. That first 20 minutes, it's important. They must plan around those minutes. Because I feel like those are the minutes that Sundowns are going to be more effective when it comes to attacking player. Because they will pressure us for us to make a mistake. Then they are 1 goal up, so they can control the game and do what they want. So I think what Coach Nabi can do is to try and solidify that defense. Maybe come up with a formation like 4-2-3-1 just to protect a back line.
Hey, man. Pastor, are you with me? Hey, it's a phone call. Let's check on the cabo 80 rand.
Ish, sorry.
Hey, Friday night. Oh, no, anyway.
That's this. Sorry.
Tell me.
So. But I think if we can have Utel as a defensive midfield, it's someone who I see that can shield up that back line. I think that's the option that we only have in that position. And another thing, I don't think Kaizer Chiefs can defend for the whole 90 minutes. Even the stats says that they've been conceding. Even the goal difference.
Yeah, negative.
It shows that we have not been good when it comes to defending.
Yeah.
So Linda you defend for the whole 90 minutes. And another thing, we must not get silly yellow card, because that's what's going to cost us.
Mara,
So,
can I ask, is your team disciplined enough for all of this? Because Chiefs looks like a team that can be structured for 10 minutes. Mara, after 10 minutes, Hashem.
I feel like now we have to give 1 hour speech for this game. Because we are going to do something that we are not. This game like it stress me because
stress me.
We are going to no, but Oti, let's be honest.
Yeah,
we are going to try new things, something that we have not been doing.
Yeah,
and it's not going to work for us. If you want to win this game,
there's no hope here.
Marauti, sometimes we have to be honest. This is Chiefs we are talking about. This is the team that they've been conceding since the start of the season.
Yeah. Mara, they've been scoring since the start of the season too.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you see Chiefs scoring in this game?
I plead the fifth. I'm not jumping in.
Another thing that
Very
will surprise
quickly,
you. Another thing that will surprise you, Brauti. Sundowns have been as well have been conceding, but
yeah,
you might find that they may not concede coming to this game.
Okay. Hey, okay,
I feel like
yeah, for time, I'm gonna jump in. I want you to leave on a positive note, guys. Thank you guys so much. Let me get the next panel ready. While I do that, question for the comments. Will Chiefs be able to score versus Mamelodi Sundowns, and will it make a difference? I feel like, man, it's very gloomy, man, over here. People are talking about Chiefs getting punished, Chiefs losing. Hey, Ziawa nje. Hey, Michelle. Prasipo.
Mr. Oti.
I will be Prasipo, man. Hey, people are taking.
Mr. Oti, my loan for 90 minutes has been approved from 3:30. And Mr. Oti, football can humble you, and football can surprise you.
Can humble you.
Yeah.
So I know you're not hopeful, but playing Sundowns when they are favorites, it's an advantage for Chiefs. Chiefs don't have pressure because everyone is expecting them to lose.
You know, when Pirates fans come in and say they're supporting, all I hear is this.
That's what my father gave me.
What does it mean?
It means one who laughs with you was endangering you.
Mr. Oti, on a serious note, like I'm saying, Kaizer Chiefs need to come up with a plan on how they are going to play because Sundowns is on form, unfortunately. It's on form. So I just think maybe the coach needs to come up with a plan on how to play, how to approach this game. And I'm saying, Oti, you'll remember me tomorrow. Football can humble you and football can surprise you. So I'm still saying...
But then, Prasipo, can Coach Nabi come up with a plan? Because in all the games we've played up to this point, it doesn't seem like he's one to change the way he approaches games unless it's an injury or something that forces him to do something different. For the most part, he tries to play one way. Can we trust that this game is going to get it right? And will the players be fine with the changes and comfortable with the changes?
Yeah, he is experimenting, Mr. Oti, as I said before. It's an experimental season. And if he plays that cross, you are in danger. If he plays that cross on the left, then it's a problem because Sundowns use pace on the sides. He rather plays Mashiani and Frosler on the right, Dotli and Miguel centre backs, and then Kyle as a defensive midfield. I'm not sure going forward because Serino has caused problems with his red card. Now it's going to be Shabalala, Modi. I'm not sure if Dupreez is back. And then play Ranga up front, Lollipop and this other boy on the sides. Then maybe, and Modi on the sides. Maybe you'll have a chance going forward because remember, Sundowns, they play with wing backs. They push Mudau or Mudiwa up. So the only way to catch them is through the counter. So if you have Modi and Lollipop there, then maybe you can cause something and then play Ranga as a target man. That's the only way. And I'm not sure if they will be able to contain because Sundowns will probably play with Mokwena and Obas. Like the last time when they played Chiefs at FNB, they were just they pressed Chiefs high from the back. That's the other thing. They press from the high press. So if they're going to use high press, then you need those wingers with pace, Lollipop and Modi on the sides. And Mr. Oti, please, you cannot lose to Sundowns 3 times in one season.
When Pirates needs us to win.
Even if you are not winning for Pirates, you are winning for yourself. Because, Mr. Oti, if you manage to beat Sundowns, you will be telling me that I must come to you and learn how to beat Sundowns.
Yeah.
Because but I think you cannot lose. You cannot lose 3 times against Sundowns in one season. Then I don't know. They're just going to banter you for the whole season. 3 times. But with the plan, Mr. Oti. But I'm still saying, I'm not saying Sundowns is a good team. Chiefs is still experimenting, finding themselves.
Yeah.
But football can always humble you.
Okay.
Football can always humble you.
I will see. We'll see. I mean, I'm not sure, but it's fine. Let me bring in Ray. Ray, welcome to the show. How are you? Ray? Okay, we'll come back to Ray. There we go.
Hello?
How are you, my brother?
I'm good, and you, Mr. Oti?
Man, I'm good, man. Tell me about this game. Hey, it's so bleak, man.
Aye, but the Sundowns are in Patrice stress, man. Aye, the team, aye.
Guys.
The Sundowns, that's Mr. OT. Like this team is on a different level. Let's be honest. Man, this team like Sundowns, man. When you look at that team, man, Pila, we are playing against Barcelona, yabo. Because the team there, man, the team there, man, is Bulala one day, as.
Yeah. Okay, man. Okay. Let's try be positive. Let's try be positive. Ngayenzani man. Honestly, ukuthi sishaye Sundowns.
Yeah, Mr. OT, like on a serious note, like for me now, Unabi, ne, he needs to forget about that techniques, yeah, but like he must play 5-3-2, yeah, but I agree with a certain man here who was here the other panel, yeah, but because like for me now, Nabi's techniques, for me, I don't think they're good enough to match with Miguel Cardoso because Miguel Cardoso, like that guy's techniques are very scary.
Yeah.
But they are very scary because I've been paying attention to his techniques because they push. He used the wing backs like Abo Morena,
Cross. Oh,
Nabo
yeah,
Lona.
sorry, yeah. Abo Morena, Nabo Modiba.
Modiba because they are pushing forward. Yeah, but and they like for me also like Lucas Ribeco. Oh, hi that guy man. For me, he's like a quality player. For me now, when he plays that number 10 role, like you could say that he's free, yeah, but he can do whatever he wants because like that guy, like he's a star, yeah, but because if you're paying attention to Mamelodi Sundowns, they've been winning their games without Mazembe. Yeah, but
yeah,
they've been winning their games without Mazembe, and even like Abokuliso Motaung, even if he's not there, but still they're winning, yeah, but
yeah.
And for me now, like it's going like it's for me now. Unabi ne, and I'll ask myself like tomorrow ne, if Nabi doesn't win this game, like people must ask Nabi, what were you doing for the last 10 days without playing last week Saturday?
Yeah.
Because like did you prepare this game enough? Did you play any friendly games? Trying to test your players. How will they match against the Sundowns?
Maruko Chaco hasn't changed anything. Up to this point, man, I'm injured, I'm forced to change, but otherwise, we know what he wants to do. And now, he could be playing low block and all of those things, but big teams must play attractive football.
Hayi man, mela beke eceleni le attractive football man now. Sazokushubile kusasa man yabo. Phela la sidlala izinto ezinkulu la. Ama top boys, yabo. And for me now, he must Mr. Nabi must play a low block once. Yabo, he must play it tomorrow because I don't think pan to pan, I don't feel like Kaizer Chiefs can match his Sundowns when it comes to attacking, yabo. They must play counter attack, yabo. And for me now, and like Miguel Cardoso, man, that guy, for me now, some people they say like he's when the first time when he was appointed to Sundowns, they say that he's a scammer, what, hey. Those are never zachinche lutho lo muntu. Anega zachinche lutho lo muntu. But look now, yabo.
Okay.
And you did say it, Mr. OT, that once Sundowns start clicking, that team's going to be scary. And you were right, yabo. You were right.
All I know about Sundowns is that there's 6 games they're going to struggle with this season. And I don't see Chiefs being one of those games, being honest.
But the Chiefs. Our Chiefs is going to be lucky Chiefs is going to be lucky if they win this game. It's going to be 1-0. It's going to be 1-0.
Okay. But for time, let me bring in Malume Kutso. Malume Kutso. Hey.
Ongalente siyenzayo. Ongalente siyenzayo. Ngijukile, man. I'm calling on all of my Buccaneers to attend the game. Nibe lapha center line. Niyoqula. Support Kaizer Chiefs because by the heads shit.
Ritsugile man, malume kuzi ritsugile man.
Hi. Ningabi so.
Tonight, arobali tonight.
Where's the spirit of Dr. Kumalo? Where's the spirit of Chincha Kuluva? Where's the spirit of Ace Swelling? Where's the spirit of Teenage Dladla? Where's the spirit of Tawatiki Tiki Moki? Where's the spirit of Patrick Mabedi? Cyril Nsama, Skoko?
We're 10 years deep now, malume kuzi. We're 10 years deep.
College the photo from Besuma. Simpiwa Shama ranks. Yeah, chama litsulonyani. Akaye matekwani. Hayi. So then vinika wila katsandi. Sibhekeni manje seninjani.
No, and it's not funny. Kahomona, you're edging closer to that time where we've been struggling.
Ngiyazama. Asiyeni. Phela phela nomvethe.
Phela timenyimana, kuyadlala.
Hayi, buya. Buya, come back.
Is it all gone, man? Is it all gone? Is there no hope?
No, not necessarily, Mr. Uti. The most dangerous Chiefs, ile Chiefs le enyatswa. They will harm you. And when you choose Mange, they will hurt you. I can guarantee. It's not going to be easy for Sundowns. Chiefs tomorrow will surprise everyone. And I'm not saying this from a Pirates perspective. Actually, I am saying it from a Pirates perspective because I don't think people remember how hot Pirates was going into the derby. People have forgotten. The predictions were wild going into the derby with 5-0, 4-0. It was something similar to this. I think this is a bit worse. But going into the derby, predictions, I get 1-0, I get 2-0. Even 3, it was difficult to get someone who's saying Pirates will win 3-0. Well, yeah, I understand. And we only won by a penalty. That's Kaizer Chiefs for you. They, against the odds, they will come out tops, Mr. Uti.
Yeah.
Or they will surprise you. So I don't see it being a walkover for his Sundowns. I'm impressed by how Unabi approached Orlando Pirates. He approached Orlando Pirates with respect. He humbled himself. What do I mean? He looked at his favorite player, Bradley Cross, and said, you know what? You won't cope. I'm putting you on the bench. I'm kicking the clock. So it's possible that even Sasa, he'll be able to respect the opponents. I think Lentole would say, ahambe ayekwa mahlobo. Ayobheka game and get the feel, the culture. I see it. In as much as he's not producing results, but I see it. In the sense of which he now knows which game to try and win, which game to try and secure. He now understands the psyche of South Africans. You understand? Well, to an extent, it seems like he understands. So I look at it and I think tomorrow when he approaches Sundowns, he's going to approach them with respect. And in that way, Sundowns will not be respectful of Kaizer Chiefs. They will be like everyone else. They will be like Kaizer Chiefs fans who have given up. They will think which it's in the bag. And I'm telling you, Mr. Oti, even the 2-1 win for Kaizer Chiefs is possible.
I want you to zone in on that. And on the Sundowns side, how should they approach this game? Because they are the form team. They are red hot right now. Do you think that might hurt them a little bit going into this game in terms of the mentality going in? Or how should Sundowns play this? Should they be gung-ho libona or should they also respect the occasion?
Look, I could be wrong on this, but I think Coach Caruso is being forced into adopting a specific philosophy. What do I mean? I think he's a reactionary coach. I think he's a counter, not necessarily the counter football that it's defensive, but he's a counter.
He answers questions.
You understand exactly. So I look at it and I think Chiefs Xasa will also be looking to play on the counter. You understand that? Ngisasekhona bayangifonela abantu.
La chekana umnati.
So
I know, I must be. Yeah.
I can come check out my partner's probably listening. Baby, I wouldn't phone. So what I'm saying is, lento yodlalwa Chiefs kusasa. Ukudefender Mr. Oti. By the way, defender and Dupreez fit.
I believe so.
If Dupreez and Lilepo are fit, those are goals waiting, Mr. Oti. Or those are with Lilepo it's a goal, but with Dupreez is more of a chance. You understand? Ama-opportunity akhona ngo-Dupreez, ama-goal akhona ngo-Lilepo. Angifuni ukubheja ngo-Dupreez, guys. Ayazi now. Angamesa nje clear-cut chance. But mina, Mr. Oti, if you ask me, I see Sundowns struggling, Sasa, because they will have to play on the ascendance. They cannot be responding. Yes, we can say they will then try and respond to what Chiefs is doing, but the pace that they lack at the back will be exposed. I think with Pirates, they were able to hide their kind of inadequacies in terms of pace by playing a low block, because Pirates plays on the ascendance. But when they're playing a team that's going to play deep, I think we've seen them a couple of times where they're giving in order they struggle. Oh,
for time.
Mara OT so faka Glenn. Ukhuluma into ekhona ke sicela.
But it's
Ngizokubamela ke uzokhuluma into engekho la ngizokufaka under pressure. Thank you.
Glenn, Kenamo, welcome. How do you feel about the game tomorrow?
I don't feel anything. I'm ready. I'm ready to kill.
Hey, man.
We shouldn't be takazeling. We shouldn't be takazeling here.
Yeah.
Man, you know the privilege of being a Chief supporter, my comrades.
Yeah.
It's a privilege to be a Chief supporter. Don't lose hope, comrade. Don't lose hope. We are still in this thing.
Okay.
Top 8 we are there, comrades. Top 8 we are there. Whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
They can beat us now. They can beat us now tomorrow. But next year, next season, come the quarterfinal of the MTN8, we are still with them. We are going to beat them because they are going to win the league. Kuzo can come here and tell us about the undying spirit trying to be a Maluka. We don't want to know anything about Pirates and Sundowns. Tina, we are still cooking here. We are still cooking. We are in a process. And it's normal for you to be in a process and you lose games.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing to do.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, be rest assured, comrades. Be rest assured, we are taking this 1-0.
Mara Glenn, I want to ask you. Is that maybe key for tomorrow's game, that I think everybody has tricked us into believing, or this is a final, this is an important game. Should you just go into the game tomorrow and say it's another Saturday, get 3 points, we move? Because I think the Sundowns and Pirates fans have put us into a pressure situation when really there isn't pressure for us.
You know what? I would be happy if it happens now. I would be happy if Chiefs tomorrow plays with an identity. Whether we win or we lose, at least we must have an identity. We must know, should we get a better player here and there? How is Chiefs going to play? Is going to approach games from now going forward? Because one thing about us is that we lack identity. For the better part of our losses this season, we've been lacking identity. We don't know whether we are coming or going, and then we cannot say when we are winning we have identity. We still don't have identity. We are too individual of a team. Like what's this one? We depend on individuals. If Sereno is there, then we depend on his individual brilliance. There is no cohesion within the team at Kaizer Chiefs. But tomorrow, be rest assured, our defense will hold. The center of our defense should hold tomorrow, because what I'm seeing a Sundowns that is going to come at us pressing with numbers, leaving spaces on the side of Moody.
Yeah.
If we start playing, if we start playing long balls, precise long balls behind Obrimudi, we are going to win this game.
Okay. Score prediction, Glenn, before I go into Hansel.
I already said this one, 1-0, and it's going to be an on goal. Those by Betway, they might Suarez on goal.
Hey, okay.
Yes.
No, let me bring in Hansel. Hansel, the concierge, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm okay, Mr. Oti. How are you?
I'm good, man. Tell me, what do you think about tomorrow's game?
Which one? The Orlando Pirates one or the Kaizer Chiefs one?
Either one. You can go to either one.
Oh, okay. No, I'll start with the Paris game, then I'll end with the Kaizer Chiefs one. For Orlando Pirates, they must play each and every game like it's a final, and they must understand or losing just 1 point. It means it's 1 point away from the league. The league is going because now Sundowns have put Pirates under pressure in such a way it's a must win each and every game, right? The points are there, the goals are there, and they must try to win matches with at least 3 or 4 goals per game just to cover that goal difference, right? I don't know how Pirates will pan out tomorrow, but hopefully they will win so that they can keep the league alive. I hate to be watching a league where the league is already over with 10 or 5 games left. Yeah, basically that's my thought. When it comes to our neighbors, Kaizer Chiefs.
Before you go to the neighbors, I want to ask you.
All right. Yeah.
Last time you saw Marumo Gallants, you beat them 8-1.
Yeah.
What does that do to a team coming into the game? Do you think that you lose focus? Do you think that you maybe nyatsa them a little bit? How do you think Pirates is going to come into this game versus the Maroon?
I think they'll come all gun blazing because they'll want to rackle them in the first minute to try and score as many goals as they can, according to me. Yeah. So that at least they must not gain confidence, because you know these small teams, once they score 1 goal, then they start defending. So if they score 1, then all of them, you'll find them there inside the box. So it's better to score them, to try and score early so that they open up. They try to get at least an equalizer. Then from there, the game will be open. Once you let them score first, then it's defending for the whole 90 or 70 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs, Mr. Oti, I don't find it in myself to believe that Kaizer Chiefs is going to lose 3 games in a season to Mamelodi Sundowns. As much as the odds are against against Kaizer Chiefs, I don't want to believe that the Chiefs is going to lose tomorrow. I don't want to believe that. And it will also test Nabi's intelligence to see does he analyzes the games well. He has played 2 games already against Mamelodi Sundowns, and I think from that he has gotten the first-hand information to see how better to play against them. And he must try by all means to reduce he must try by all means to avoid playing with wing backs. Try to play with a flat 3 or flat 4 to nullify those wingers, Shalulile and Reyners. You know, their speeds in behind the defenders. That's mostly how they count a lot of teams. And then Ribeiro making those late runs behind the defense. And also, I think Miguel and Dokli, they are not that fast. Once you play a ball behind them, just like Shalulile and just like CVC and Kroki, you are gone. It's a one-on-one with the keeper. So they must try to play at least a mid-block, nullify the center, because that's where most of the ball is played in Mamelodi Sundowns. Try to neutralize Ahly, mokwena there. And then, you can score and try to pass the ball behind or in between the defenders, because Mamelodi Sundowns defenses are very slow. So the pace of Lilepo, Mori, and Morris should really work in the advantage of Kaizer Chiefs. I'm hoping Chiefs does not lose to Mamelodi Sundowns for the 3rd time in this season. That's my prayer.
But I just want to ask you.
Yes.
Chiefs' way of attacking is to overload, almost overwhelm the other team. And they bring forward 4, 5, 6 people at a time sometimes when they're attacking. Isn't that dangerous in this game? Because that's our best way to score, is to score the way we've always scored. Mara, hey, against Sundowns, when you commit 6, back there, Ribeiro, Reyners, Sharulile.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They must not try and overload and stop using this thing of using wing backs. They must use a flat 4 and at least have 2 CDMs there Because Mr. Oti, once you overload against Mamelodi Sundowns, you know each and every ball that they're gonna get, it's route 1 to Shalulile or to Renas, and then now it will be Emma Hashin, who's faster. So obviously Dokli and Miguel, they are not that fast. It means it's either they're gonna create a foul or someone is gonna get a red card or whatever. So it's better you try and play a mid block to nullify the center and attack with the pace with the pace of Modi and Lilepo. I'm seeing a 2-1 or a 2-all draw, Mr. Oti, but Kaizer Chiefs is not losing tomorrow.
But can I ask, is Kaizer Chiefs disciplined enough to do that? Number one. And then number two, personnel. I hear a lot of people saying Kele in the middle, which is great for playing the ball, but defensively, I don't know who's going to defend there.
Oh, okay. Mina, what I would suggest is they play Dokli, Miguel, Frosla. They must play him on the left wing because he can also play there as a number 3, and then Blom or maybe Quinica on number 2. Okay. I think from that the only wing back there will be Frosla because he likes going up and down. But Blom is not a wing back, so
Marako midfield in front of the defense.
I think Tsele and is Mchota available?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I'm not sure.
They should just try and put Mtetwa, Matlo, and then do Shabalala because I think those ones are ball players. With Matt, he gets the ball and then he just kicks it in front. So you'll end up losing possession and then conceding unnecessary goals. So it needs someone who will play inside in the middle there, not someone who just get the ball and hoof it in front. You need someone who will make those necessary passes.
Okay. No, Hansel, thank you so much. Okay, let me see. Ongama, you've got a minute, quick minute.
I just wanted to update you, OT. Coach Jose Rivera will not be available in tomorrow's games for Orlando Pirates. So that will not affect Orlando Pirates' planning in terms of the substitution and management of the game. I'm just thinking he's suspended.
I'm sure he can communicate from wherever he is. Pela Nabi was watching from the clouds the last game.
I just wanted to add that, OT. I'm leaving you in the panel.
No stress. Oh, sorry, guys. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting. I think for me, Kaizer Chiefs tomorrow is going to have to show a level of discipline that they have not shown in the past few matches. I think Kaizer Chiefs is capable, like Malume Kuto was speaking about, the way they played versus Pirates, to at least be disciplined. But I don't know how long they can keep that up. I think the thing about Nabi's Kaizer Chiefs is that everybody's given a level of freedom. And my two big worries are obviously the left and right back. But then more worrisome for me is the center mid, because when we speak about Abotsele, we speak about Abozwane, and we speak about Abomart, I think those are great options going forward, right? But in terms of defense, we've all cried about Mart. I don't know if Tsele defensively is that strong. We know that Zwane doesn't necessarily want to do that job most of the time. So it's going to, for me, come down to that as well. What's going to happen in the middle? Because the way we are speaking here, it's as if it's going to be a back and forth. And I don't know if Chiefs wants a back and forth, because the way we get goals is going forward in mass. So going forward, knowing that you've got 5 or 6 players pushing up, and you leave the back almost exposed. And I wonder how we're going to counter that. The teams that have played well versus Mamelodi Sundowns this season have been teams that were very defensively solid, which is why I've been speaking about, maybe this being a Quinica game, maybe this being one of those players that may not be technically the best, but at the very least will give you an extra body and will stay back, right? So it's one of those things. I worry about changing the way that Chiefs plays as well, because there's also that part of it, that Chiefs has not played a defensive game, proper defensive game, or defensively like that outside of, let's say, Pirates maybe, right? So are we not also taking them away, right? So it's very interesting. One of the opportunities, I guess, is going to be with Pele, because I believe personally, and we'll see it tomorrow, we'll have a chance to see it tomorrow and the next game, that you can't play Sirino and Pele. You need one or the other. And this gives Pele a chance to be a proper deep-lying playmaker. Hopefully, Mamelodi Sundowns does play a higher line where he can maybe try find the passes through and over. You have to try get, if it's Jody, is it Jody who's going to be in the goals? If it's Jody, if it's Onyang, if Onyango's back, there's that sweeper keeper thing that puts both of those keepers in trouble a lot. You need to get the ball into those areas a few times, even if it's just to keep Sundowns occupied. You get what I mean? So that's going to be interesting. From Sundowns' side, I think the key for them is going to be not being overzealous. It's going to be them not also committing too many people forward. I think Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs' defense can do enough damage with the three, and have Jayden and Allende not as advanced, and have Abu Morena, if Morena plays, Abu Tshwane is probably going to be Tshwane, not go forward too much and overload Chiefs. I think Chiefs is a team that if you just wait for the chances, you'll break quite a few times. If you look at what Supersport was doing to us on the counter. So I want to see how they're going to approach that game. The Pirates game is also very interesting. I know we didn't touch on it too much, but Pirates versus Marumo Gallants, how do you come back against a team that you've beaten 8-1? How hard is it to remain focused and not have that scoreline in your head or that performance in your head? Because that could be blinding. The same way that I speak about Mamelodi Sundowns, maybe being too overconfident versus Chiefs, the same thing could happen against the Pirates. When Pirates plays Marumo Gallants. Now, Marumo Gallants is going through a ton of changes, so I don't expect them to win that game or be too much of a tough opposition for Orlando Pirates. I feel like that game is going to be down to Orlando Pirates and how they respect that game. That game is all up to Orlando Pirates and how they choose to concentrate in that game. So we'll see how that plays out, guys. I will see you then tomorrow at 3:30. Then after that Chiefs Sundowns game, we're going to go directly into the Pirates game. So I will be here for both of those games. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Those in the panels, those in the comments, those on YouTube. Thank you to Kolile for the gifts on that side. Lulu, Dr. Tsepo, Bitso, Better Days, Matombolo, Agent. Thank you guys so much for the gifts on this side. And if you want to be in the WhatsApp group, send me a DM. And I'll tell you how you can join the WhatsApp group on that side. And yeah, guys, let's keep talking football. Please support my thoughts. I have my preview on YouTube in full and also on Meg G's channel. Onside, the Banter League is there too. So please support your views, your likes, your comments. Please, man, support. Yeah, help us out. Guys, it's been incredible. I'll see you then tomorrow at 3:30. Bye, everyone.